Hi, welcome back. My name's Heidi. I am offering some videos to begin to delve into doing some dream work for yourself. Uh, I do have a master's in expressive arts therapy. However, I am not appearing as a therapist in this capacity right now. Um, Anything that does come up, I encourage you to contact your therapist so that you can get the support to help you work through anything that might happen. Um, that is just something to say as a precaution when doing personal work. You're working your personal stuff. So sometimes having a little assistance is a plus, and I hope that everyone out there has a chance to find a good therapist and work with them. I believe in therapy. I believe in therapy for myself. I also believe in the arts and uh, finding information I can from all kinds of different sources. And I've spoken a little bit in video too about it doesn't matter if you believe in the collective unconscious or that we're all one or we're all connected in unique ways. It doesn't matter if you're an atheist, if you're Christian, if you're Jewish, if you're Muslim. Anyone with any of those belief systems can enjoy these brief videos. Um, you can look at it from the lens of working with your own subconscious and bringing information up so that you can become more aware of what's happening in your life and your feelings and learn a little bit more about yourself and help you move more successfully through the world. So this is meant for entertainment purposes only, and I live in America, so we often have lots of disclaimers, and that's the end of my disclaimers. What I'd like to do now is we've had 2 weeks of work or 1 week of work, and I've done the second video, but some of us haven't had a dream that we remember yet. Some of us, even if we set our brains, we're just not pulling the dreams up. So this is a way to connect with a dream guide. I'm going to suggest that you go with the intention of meeting an animal to help you with your dreams. But if you do meet a guide that is different, that is okay. When you meet the guide, I want you to ask them if they are there to guide you. If you meet critters and creatures and they end up not being there to guide you, it's okay. You can come back and watch the video again at a later date. Even seeing nothing has information. Is the nothingness filled with light? Is it like a cave? Is it, filled with sounds of creatures from a jungle? There is lots of information available for even seeing or experiencing nothing. This is going to be kind of a hybrid of a guided imagery and faring forth. I'm going to use a drum. It's really beautiful technology. The way drumming works is if you drum at a certain beat, our brains sort of match that beat and entrain. So you can go into a theta dream state, a theta brainwave state. Theta brainwaves is when we're dreaming, when we're asleep. So this is a waking theta brainwave state that allows you to kind of really connect in with images and pull up imagery and may make you a little more successful. Okay, I have not scripted this out fully. I am just going to talk us through going inward. We're going to maybe go down a path or go into the chambers of our heart, one of the two, and then eventually come into an area and meet a guide. I would like to encourage you that if your timeline and your path takes you somewhere else, that is perfectly acceptable. Just know when I do the call back beat, to come back, and you'll head back the way you came and come all the way back to full consciousness and our standard alpha brainwave state. So the last thing I want to say is I would like you to imagine a place in nature that you've been that was very comfortable for you, that you felt safe and whole and complete. So again, a place in nature where you've actually been that you felt safe, whole, and complete. Picture it in your mind and think about what the temperature was like. Did you have on a jacket or not? Were you standing or sitting? Were there any sounds or smells that you associate with this place? Anything you saw that was particularly touching? So now that you have this place and you remember what it felt like to be there, we're going to call this your safe place. So if at any point while we're doing this journey, you feel like you don't like what's going on, you don't like where you are, you don't like it, or you don't feel safe, you can just go to this safe space. And then when I do the callback, we'll bring you back from this safe space. And then it's all okay. So there's nothing here that will cause you harm or distress. If you do feel any distress, you have a safe place to go, and then we'll come back. And again, this is just a guided imagery. You are the one who sets how much you engage, how deep you go, and where you go and what you do. I am not setting that. Even by suggesting locations or things to notice, you are still in 100% control this entire time. So hopefully you've done things like this before and you're not nervous at all, and that was just a waste of your time. But for those who are brand new to it, I just wanted everyone to feel comfortable. It's important to start where you feel comfortable. So speaking of comfort, find a comfortable seat. You can be sitting down or laying down. If you're sitting in a chair, please make sure you're not crossing your legs. Keep your feet flat on the floor, legs uncrossed, and a good comfortable posture. If you're laying down, same. Make sure your legs aren't crossed, your arms aren't crossed. It is okay to sit crisscross applesauce on the floor, cross-legged in that way, because they're not actually crossed, they're just folded in. So that is good. But otherwise, hands and legs uncrossed, make sure you're comfortable. And this should be about 15 minutes, give or take. So go ahead and let's take a breath together, in through your nose and out through the mouth. A breath to acknowledge everything that you came with today, in through the nose and letting it go out through the mouth. And then one last breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And breathing normally as you let your mind take you to a sense of calm, feeling your limbs strong, feeling where your body meets the floor or the chair beneath you. I'd like you to imagine roots that extend from you all the way down into the earth below. These roots are here to hold you and support you anytime you need. They're here to nourish you and to help you feel at home. And now we're going to go on a very short journey. I'd like you to imagine that you are small and you can find a door into your heart. What does the doorknob look like? Is it a round knob? Is it shiny or dull? Is it new? Is it antique? Is it one like with French doors? If you feel comfortable, go ahead and open it and step inside. This door is your door and will remain available to you at all times. Once inside your heart, I'd like you to walk. You find that there's a natural pathway beneath your feet. As you look around, you notice that the walls change and shift from being the curves of your four-chambered heart to being cave-like. As you journey through this cave, you find that it becomes lighter. You're still in the dark, but it is lighter and lighter. And as you walk forward, you find you're feeling moss and vegetation beneath your feet or fingers. You hear some water trickling. And in no time, you step out. And before you is an entire landscape. The air is fresh in your lungs. The temperature is perfect for you. Do you feel the sun on your skin? Do you smell any flowers or plants nearby? Do you hear wind? Do you hear water? It is all clear and there in perfect clarity in front of you and calling you and beckoning. In the distance you spot a creature. You can feel its gaze upon you. It knows you, and you feel as though you've met before, but you know you haven't met yet because this is the first time. You feel calm and connected, and you know that this creature will not be afraid of you. It wants to help you and work with you. It wants to help you work with your dreams. This is a creature of dreaming, of the dream time, of the time and between spaces and between breaths. This creature is here to guide you and help you. Go meet it. What does it have to tell you right now? Does it speak to you in growls or the language of its animal kind? Or does it project thoughts into your mind? words or pictures or feelings. There are so many ways to communicate. This creature seems to know just the right way to communicate with you. Sit down by this creature and share your names. It is almost time to go, because this is just a meeting time. Your creature tells you that anytime you want to speak or need help with dream work or help preparing to dream, all you need do is call it. It shows you affection before you leave. If it's a puppy, this may be kisses. If it's a snake, it may be hisses. However this creature shows care and affection, you feel it. And now it is time to return. We will go back the way you came. Heading back through the plants, up the slight incline to your cave. And as you walk into the cave, it gets darker and darker. And as you head in, there's less vegetation. And before you know it, you see the red hue of your heart. And you find ahead of you the doorway. And open the door. And come back to yourself. Come back to yourself as you are, regular every day, your mind clicking in. Listen to the room you're sitting in right now, to the sounds that are there. Wiggle your toes. Shift in your seat a little bit. Feel the way your body presses against the chair or the floor or the earth. Feel your feet, feel your fingers. And let's take a deep breath in as we open our eyes. And exhale out. And then another breath together. And exhale out. And welcome back. Take a moment now to sit and journal. Some things to write about. What was your creature? Did you meet someone or not? What was their name? Did they tell you anything? How did they communicate? See, this is where I wish we were in a room together talking, because I would love to hear all of this. Feel free to send me comments or messages. Let me know, did you meet someone? If you feel stuck, you can also reach out to me. I'm happy to help in any way. So, who did you meet? What were they like? What was the environment they lived in when you walked out of the cave? Did you take the whole journey, or did you end up jumping out to your safe place? And then did they give you any message? Now, know that you can journey through your heart, through the cave, and into the environment again, anytime on your own. You don't need me there. You don't even need the drum beats, but if you do want some, you can Google and find some theta drum beat to do a journey on your own. I would suggest sticking to 15 minutes or less until you've done it a few times. It's always good to come back out with your journal and write down what you can. You can journal to your dream guide before you go to sleep, or you can just call their name and set the intention or ask them for help in helping you remember a dream. Or if you ever get stuck, you can journey to your dream guide and you can ask questions. You can say, I've been looking at the dream and I think it means this, but I feel like there's something I'm missing. Can you help me pull that information up and help it become conscious? So your dream guide will help you. I hope you had a good time, and I look forward to seeing your comments and doing another installation of a dream working with dreams. Installation number 3, this is kind of an aside, and we'll check in and then look at some other ways to interpret dreams and do further work. All right, take care.